In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to add a new song to the media database. Now, the database that ships with Instant Song Presenter is based on the Salvation Army Songbook. And you'll see that there is a number for each song that's based on a 2-digit prefix code and a 4-digit number. Now, in this case, we have CS and then 0001 for this first song, which refers to the chorus section, and then song number 1 in the chorus section. And of course, then we can go down to the songbook area, which has SB, in this case 0021, which is songbook number 21 in the Salvation Army Songbook. So now we want to add our own songs to this database as well. We can do that by starting by clicking on the Add button, and that'll bring up the Add New Media Item screen. And you'll see that it gives you a list here of prefix codes that have been used before. In this case now we've used CS for chorus section, SB for songbook, but we're going to add a new one, and in this case I'm just going to add UR for user, and I'm going to tab through here, and it's going to tell me that that prefix code has not been used yet. This is just sort of a checks and balance to make sure that you don't end up with a bunch of prefix codes that might be one character off because you may typed in something incorrectly. In this case I do want to use UR, so I can say OK. And then it went ahead and put my cursor in the number field. Now if I just tab through that, it's going to give me the next number in that prefix code series. In this case we haven't used this one before, so 0000 is the code number for the next song in this series. And in this case we are adding a song. Other types of things that we can add to the media database are basically just text, some outlines, pictures, and audio and video. In this case we are going to add a song, so we'll click on Add. Now, this brings up the Edit Media Item screen with a blank media item in it, and we can start by adding a title, and we'll just call it My Title, and we'll add a verse 1. My verse 1 of this song is very interesting, and obviously we can add a chorus of this song, my chorus of this song, very exciting song. Now what we want to do is go over here and we're going to build the screen order, and we can do that by double clicking here. We've got now, I already had a verse 1 in here, so let's add a chorus. We'll move that up in between there and we'll add another chorus. So our song goes verse 1 chorus, verse 1 chorus again, and we can save that as the default screen order. Now again, once we put this into a playlist, we can change it and add a title and blank screens, things like that into it, but for now we just want the default play order, screen order for this. We can add a copyright, which in this case is me, and I can add some comments as well. My first song. Now if I had an MP3 file that would accompany this song, I could simply browse for it on my computer and associate that MP3 file, WMA file, WAV file, associate that here in the master database, so that would always come up as the accompaniment audio for this song. And if I wanted to put a background in that this is the background I'm going to use by default with this song, I can do that here. Again, in the playlist you can change all of that later, but for right now this is going to be the default background for my song. Now a couple other things you can see you can do here is you can use these little quick buttons up here to either make it all make the title all capitals, or make it proper case, which has the first letter capital of each of these words. Now if this was a song where I actually had additional languages to add into this, I could add a Spanish or basically any other language that you'd want to put in here. You can add in as the language too, and you'd want to make this match. So in other words, if you've got you'd want to make it match as close as possible. If you add things like screen breaks, that's going to kind of mess things up, throw things off, so they won't really work very well. So you want to be careful when you add a second language that you make it pretty basic and match with the English verse 1 and English chorus and English verse 2. You're going to want to make sure that these things match up along there. Now of course you can spell check this, you can cut, copy, and paste from say a Word document or something that someone had sent you, things like that. You can also do that when you add songs yourself. And that's the quick and easy way to add a new song to the song database.